Hello and welcome to today's session. We're going to cover sending your e-consent to the IRB so that they can review it prior to using it to collect real data. Before we jump in, we're going to go to the WashU e-consent SOPs just to recap what we did before we're ready to send this to the IRB. Um, we completed this yesterday. We completed the rest of this today, and we just tested our e-consent project. Okay, so those steps are hopefully it's pretty straightforward of the path you take here. And we have tested it now, so we're ready to send to the IRB for review to see if we're ready to go. I don't see any questions, so I'm just going to move forward to try to make sure we get through everything in these last just under 23 minutes. So let's go to send IRB, send to consent, or excuse me, send to IRB for approval. Okay, this one's pretty short, not a whole lot here. So let's just go through what we need to do here. Once we've ensured that our fully executed is working and we've got our survey looking good like we want it to, our e-consent survey, we're just going to add a record. Okay, we're going to select a record that we're going to use to send the survey to the IRB. And we have to send this via their IRB portal because for several purposes, they need to document those conversations in their portal, and they don't want you to email the IRB staff directly. They want you to use this portal. So we can't just send them an emailed link. What we have to do is we have to send them an access code. Okay, so and a PIN. They want to see the PIN. So we create this, and all we need to do is a PIN. Now we're sending this to the IRB, so maybe we'll just make this one not so obvious. We'll just do 7641. You can make it anything you want. Maybe just copy it. And you don't have to do anything else here. Just select save and stay. Whoops. And it's going to get mad at you that you didn't fill everything in, but that's fine. Just say okay, and then click here to the participant identification, and then you can go here to informed consent form. And what you're going to do is do survey options, survey access QR code. Now you're not going to send them the QR code, but what you are going to send them is this link, this code, and the PIN. And you can put all that into the My IRB portal. They can open it and they can look at it to make sure it looks exactly like yours. Now I don't have the active My IRB portal conversation open, but just to give you an idea, when they have these three things, they can just use this link to open, paste it into a browser. Then there's the access code, which was there. Here you give them this code. And then you need to give them the PIN. So I think it was 7641. Maybe I'll just check first. There we go. And the IRB now can open and access your survey, and they can go through and make sure everything looks good. And one thing you don't want to do when you're in this for the record that you're sending to the IRB, don't save. Don't save anything. Mine actually looks saved now because I opened it as a survey and sent it, but just quickly, you don't have to do this, but just to show you when you go in here and you make a PIN, and then you go to this form, don't save anything here. If you save this before it goes to the IRB, it may open and go directly to the yes, no fields. So don't do that. Just make sure it's not saved at all. It should, when you send it to them, when you leave, it should still look like this until they go through and look through it.